Hello, beautiful beings. I hope you're having an amazing day or evening, whatever you're having right now. I hope it's amazing. This video, hence the title, is about how to be a fruit-based, high-carb vegan on a budget, how to save money and get healthier. There's nothing like the good old myth that being vegan's expensive. Vegan is like an umbrella of ways to eat. So being vegan is just avoiding animal products, okay? For an ethical reason, rather than health. Like you can be an unhealthy vegan, but still care about the animals, which is great and it's a stepping stone. But how I am and how I recommend you guys to be is to be a high carb, full of life vegan that actually cares about their health and the environment and obviously the animals, but their health is not priority, but I mean, you're yourself. So like you need good health, to function and to feel good and to feel productive. So this is the best way to have the best energy, digestion, mood, all that, and save money. So here we go. I removed that painting behind me because there's like nudity, so I don't know like how YouTube would be about that. So anyway, the first way to save money and be healthy is to load up on bananas. Okay, bananas are actually one of the cheapest foods on the planet, if not the cheapest fruit. So get your bananas, okay? I think this is the most like widely consumed fruit in the world, okay? For good reason, y'all, okay? So do that, and it's amazing, and they're satisfying, so you'll have to eat less bananas, like if you compare it to strawberries. Like strawberries are low calorie, they're low sugar, so they're not gonna give you like that burst of calories that you need, that satiation that you need. So this morning I had a 7-banana smoothie with literally just bananas and vanilla. I don't even put oat milk or anything in there because it gets creamy by itself. So I do frozen bananas and fresh bananas. They're cheap, they are versatile, and they're filling. So load up on these things. They're amazing. They're happy fruit. They boost serotonin in your body and just prevent muscle cramps and all the other things. But most importantly, they're cheap, but super healthy. Here's my favorite tip out of everything, y'all. Farmers market. Discount grocery stores and Asian center markets. So my mom actually got these for me. They are organic brown rice noodles. Guess how much they were? 99 cents. For how many servings? 4 servings, guys. This is so cheap. I know this is not technically fruit, but it's high carbohydrate. And that's what you would have for dinner. So like a high carbohydrate dinner. So I got these. As you can see, there are a ton here. $2.34 for long grain brown rice at the discount grocery store. Bulk, this is like the bulk items. So I don't know how many servings there are, but there are a lot. And this is $2.50, guys. All right, this was 99 cents, guys. All this jasmine rice. You have to go out of your way to get the good stuff. Okay, so I got all these for like 99 cents or like $2 or something, like $2, I think. All these sweet potatoes. Guys, seriously. And this was $4 at Aldi's. I don't know if all Aldi's are priced the same, but this is how it was. These are dates. This is a pound of dates. So dates are normally expensive. They can be up to like $7 a pound or even more, depending what you get. So dates are also really good in like amount of calories that they have. So there's 11 servings and the serving size 2 to 3 dates and 110 calories. Imagine if you ate like 9 dates. That's a lot. So you can be satisfied and be thriving on a fruit-based, high carbohydrate diet, and you don't have to break the bank. Like I don't spend that much on food unless I'm feeling a little wacky and I want to go out and get some, I don't know, Thai mangoes, which is expensive where I live. It also depends where you live, how expensive fruit is. So just be savvy and wise. Okay, I know some people might not like this, depending on what your personality is, but just avoid going out to eat and buying food pre-made. That is going to save you money regardless of you being vegan or not. But vegan food, sometimes going out's expensive, especially if you go to a vegan restaurant or something that has very specialty items. So I would recommend making the food that you like. So I love sushi, vegan sushi. I never really liked the raw fish sushi at all. Either way, it's unhealthy and parasitic. We don't want that in our belly. Worms, no thank you. But we will save so much money by making our own sushi. So if you buy a little roll for like $5, guys, that is like this much sushi. I can make a whole huge plate of sushi for the fraction of the cost. And I don't have to leave my house, okay? Like, I love being home, so I know if maybe you're like more social, you want to go out every once in a while, and I completely get that. I guess just don't make it a habit, or like don't do DoorDash that you're spending so much money on delivery fees, and just be more wise in where you put your money when it comes to food. Another big recommendation, depending on where you live, is to buy fruit that's in season. So right now, there's not a lot of fruit in season since it's early spring. But soon we'll have, I don't know, so we'll have cherries in midsummer, we'll have peaches and apricots and plums and nectarines and all these beautiful, amazing fruits, strawberries. Guys, we're having so many amazing things. I live in Pennsylvania, so we have a good seasonal fruit like area, I think, like maybe summer to early fall. And then we got the apples. I love apples, and they're not like the most calorie dense food, but you can definitely make meals out of them if you accompany with them with dates, obviously. Make a smoothie or something with those. So yeah, just try to eat fruit that's in season. Also, buy things that are on sale, okay? So when you go to Whole Foods, for example, everything's kind of more expensive, and yeah, I worked there for a few years actually, and I love it. And like, they really care about their standards and organic, so it is going to be more expensive because you're just paying for better quality most of the time. So when you go there, buy the things that are on sale. If you have the Prime, you can get that on sale too. But if you don't go to Whole Foods, even if you go to like your local grocery store, look and see what's on sale. For a good reason, maybe they have an abundance, and they'll go bad if it, it doesn't sell. So I try to buy things that are on sale because they're on sale for a reason, and it helps you save money. So it's a win-win situation. So frozen fruit can be very expensive. I speak firsthand. I used to buy my own frozen bananas, like pre-sliced frozen bananas. I was doing some calculations. This was like maybe about a year and a half or even 2 years ago, that I got a 5-pound bag of sliced bananas for $12.99, okay? Then a few days later, I went to my local flea market and I got a 40-pound box of bananas, okay, for $15. Not 45, 40-pound box of bananas for $15. Do the math. You are saving so much money if you go out and buy a whole box of bananas. I know that might seem intimidating, but if you freeze them, you'll have them for smoothies and smoothie bowls and whatever other things you want to make. You can freeze them, and it is extremely manageable to eat one whole box of bananas. I've done it before. So yeah, that's one thing. Buying in bulk, I would stress again that it's so important, not just with fruit, because you don't want to buy too much that it goes to waste. So start with a little and then work your way up to things, like, oh, I definitely don't eat that many dates. I'm not going to get that many dates because I don't want to waste money, And dates last forever. So even if you don't eat them in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, they most likely will last just fine as long as they're refrigerated. Make your own fresh pressed juice if you're into that. I know some people are like, oh, I love my juices. I love my fresh pressed juice, but they're like $8 for 8 ounces, la la la. I get it. I love juice, but I make my own. Not all the time, but I do make my own. And I have an old juicer that I got for free. So if you have a thrift store around you or something, look around for little appliances there. So you can definitely find some cool stuff like a juicer, even like I have a little glass juicer that you can just cut a lemon in half and juice it like that. That is completely functional. So you don't need those fancy juicers that are like $600. I don't recommend that at all unless you want to invest. Completely cool and fine. I have a free juicer that I got from my parents, and it's like as old as me. Okay, so guys, when I say a free juicer from my parents, they don't just give me fancy things. It was sitting in their basement for like 20 years. It works just fine. It was never used before I used it, so it works just fine. I use that whenever I really want some fresh pressed juice, like maybe some green juice, apple juice, and orange juice. Make your own juices. If you're able to have a garden, and I know some people aren't able to, but if you can, even having a potted garden, like a tomato plant or a cucumber plant on your deck or something like that, to make use of the space that you do have, and you get your own fresh veggies or fruits. Guys, I am so excited and grateful for the opportunity I have this year to have a garden. So I'm gonna make a lot more videos about that and like how to do that. And I would love to. I just love growing stuff. I think it's just a miracle, an earth that God created. And having your own garden will definitely save you money. I mean, the startup costs are really not much. You just gotta dig it, till it, and even get it a pot. Like, it's really not that much of a startup cost, and it will save you so much money if you like to buy produce often. You know, like I'm gonna do some cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. I'm gonna try potatoes. So we'll see, because I eat a lot of potatoes. So if you can have a garden, that'll save you so much money and be worth your while, that's for sure. So the last thing I want to talk about is something my family did when I was younger. So I don't know, depending on where you live, of course, I don't know. This is where I live. We have a local food co-op. So it's like not a gathered. Guys, I have trouble finding words sometimes. It's a group of farmers, right? That go with a company, like wholesale company, and they do like a community shared garden, all right, or agriculture, or like something that gives you access to a bunch of different variety of fruits and vegetables that are locally grown around you. So we have the co-op, we have a few co-ops, gratefully that we do. I'm grateful that we do. But you can join a food co-op. So there's like a upfront cost, but after that, you get weeks and weeks and weeks of fresh produce. I mean, really. Also, if you're lazy and you don't want to go to the grocery store once a week, stop and get your co-op stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in that and like not growing your own stuff, but you still want fresh local produce, go to a community shared garden, or buy a pickup box, like pick up a box of stuff from your local co-op. So do some Google searching about your local co-op. If that's available around you, that is phenomenal and a great way to save money. But I just want to squash that idea that you have to be rich and you have to be wealthy to be vegan, because I definitely was not and is not when I started and am, guys. I'm not just rolling in the dough and millions of dollars and spending money on a private chef that's vegan. And guys, I do everything myself and I love it, because you're nourishing your body and your mind and you're connective, okay? You are feeling a connection of what you're eating and you're feeling good and you're feeling vibrant and you're trying new things and saving money, all right? And I want to hear any tips or tricks or thoughts that you guys have down below. I would love to hear, and any more tricks that you have would be good for me too. I mean, I'm always trying to save money. I'm always trying to get more for my, well, more bargain for your buck or whatever. But yeah, just try out your local stuff, your local, sorry, there's like a bird out there that I always get distracted by some things going on outside the window. Anyway, try to go to your local farmer's market and like road stands and the discount grocery stores, guys, are my favorite places. Just make sure things aren't expired. And even if some things are expired, I'm sure it's fine, really. Just try to eat organically too if you can, but you don't need to. You really don't need to. I mean, it's the best, but you don't need to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always about doing what's the best, but also what's affordable and functional. So yeah, just eating the most fruits and veggies and carbs that you can. Okay, so yeah, that concludes that video. And yeah, let me know down below if this helped you out or anything you all want to hear from me. I am so open to hear it. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day, evening, or afternoon. Bye.